Hey you guys, no time to do a full video, but I did want to show you. I just got home and here's what my arms look like. Got my drains in. They were a little bit late starting on surgery. Got started about probably 2 or 2:30. Then I went to recovery. Did well, knock on wood. No complications have been noted so far. The only thing, I'm not really in any pain. He put some kind of pain medicine inside my arm, and then I'm taking the pain pills. But my eye, this eye over here, hurts like hell. Either there's something in it or it got scratched when they were messing with it during surgery, maybe. I don't know. But they told me if it would still hurt tomorrow to call them. But, oh, it hurts so bad. But as far as arms go, I'm not hurting very bad at all. It is about 9:45 p.m. on the day of my surgery, so I think I'm doing pretty well. He told my husband that he took approximately 1.5 pounds or a little more, so I'll find out tomorrow when I go in for my appointment with he wants to see me 24 hours later, so I'll find out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, we're going to call this day 2. After brachioplasty. It is 5:20 in the morning, and I wanted to just document what the first 24 hours or first day has been like. For my IV, they had to put my IV in my foot because they didn't want anything anywhere in my hands. When I came out of surgery, I looked just like this on both arms with the tubing. And I'm wrapped with gauze with an ace bandage fairly tightly over the gauze. Wanted to do a bulb. These are hooked. The tube comes out, and underneath it there's some other tubing that goes under the skin, but the tube comes out, and then the fluid and blood goes into this bulb, and the bulb works like this. There's a plug in the top of it. When you pull the plug out, the bulb opens up, and then you dump the fluid out. There's measurements on the side of the bulb, measurement lines, and I have to document how much fluid's in each bulb every time I dump it. And then to activate the bulb, you squeeze it and then put the stopper back in it and see how it's squeezed together. That allows for pressure inside the tube when it tries to expand. It helps suck the fluid out. I also got 2 ice bags that I lay my arms on. They open up here, and the ice chips, they're full of ice chips. And I try and keep it down as far as I can into my armpit. I have one for each side. I keep track on this piece of paper how many cc's I've been able to dump out of the bulbs, and I have to take this with them. That's how they decide when they're going to take the drains out, is based on how much drainage there is coming out. So for instance, when I was at the hospital right before I left at 6:30 last night, they dumped out 30 cc's from the left side and 20 cc's from the right side. So that was a lot of fluid, just that had accumulated since they did the surgery. Then I dumped them at 10:20 last night, and there was 20 cc's in the left and 15 cc's in the right. And then I dumped them when I got up this morning at 4:30, and there was 11 cc's in the left and 10 in the right. As far as pain goes, I'm really in no pain. I've got, if I lift up to like scratch my nose or something, I can feel like on my elbow where there's stitches on the outside, I can feel that pull, but I'm not really in any pain. Says I can take 1 to 2 pain pills every 4 to 6 hours. And they started me at the hospital with 1 pain pill, and then in an hour gave me another one, so I've sort of stuck to that pattern. When I got home, I had a pill at 10:30 last night, And then for good measure, I went ahead and took another one at 11:30 because I was going to go to bed. I didn't really have much pain, but wanted to stay ahead of the pain. So when I got up at 4:30 this morning, I took one more tablet, and that's all I've had so far. And I think I'll just continue to take one whether I need it or not, just so I don't get any unexpected surprises. Let's see, what else? I have a good appetite. I was nauseated when I came out of surgery a little bit, but they knew ahead of time that I had a tendency to do that, so they treated me well with lots of little cocktails before I had surgery with stuff that prevents nausea. I had crackers, probably about 10 crackers at the hospital when they started to give me my medications. I started the Keflex last night. I take the Keflex 500 milligrams 4 times a day. I'm trying to do a lot of deep breathing just because, you know, I had the tube yesterday and want to make sure that I don't develop pneumonia or anything. I had this filled with turkey this morning. Not filled, but I'd say I guesstimated about 20 grams of protein, so I'm trying to get my protein to help promote good healing. Go back to the doctor today at 2:45, and they'll unwrap these, I'm sure, and put new dressings on. And I think that's about it so far, but I have no complaints. It's been great so far. Okay, this is gonna wrap up day 1 after surgery. I went and saw the doctor today, and he told me that he did take off 1.5 pounds off of each arm, so 3 pounds altogether. And if you know me and my sum it up what it looks like, 1.5 pounds looks like this. So that came off of each arm. Crazy, huh? So that's what came off. He unwrapped my arms, and I looked at him, and I don't think they look very small, actually. I think they still look pretty big, but they're swollen. They're so tight that they were just like brick hard. And I don't know, we'll see what they look like when they go down. But even if they're still big arms, at least they're not going to be saggy big arms. Let's see what else. He commented about, you know, that I should be noticing extra water, which I have tons of water on me in my face and in my hands. And he pointed out that he could tell in my face I still was retaining a lot of water. And I have gained about 6 pounds, so hopefully that will come off as the water as I get rid of that. I've been kind of paying attention to my temperature. I don't have a fever. The drainage is getting a little bit more clear. Let's see. The surgeon thinks they look awesome. He's just really proud of his work, so I don't know if it's because he thinks he's so good or if it really does look good, but there was people coming in, other nurses and stuff coming in to take a look at it today. I can take a shower tomorrow, and then on Monday I have to call and let them know about my drains and how they're doing, and then we'll make an appointment to go in and get the drains taken out. And I measured today, and with the bandages on, my arms were about 14 inches, so there's 4 inches gone off of each arm. And then my eye, I don't know what the deal was with my eye last night. It stopped. My video recorder over there person is cracking me up. My eye last night when I got out of surgery, they must have scratched it or something because it was horrible. Because I think, don't they like tape your eye or do something to it, put stuff in it? Well, anyway, after I slept all night, my eye got better. And then I have just a few tips. One is this, I have short sleeve zip up gown on, but I would recommend that when you come home that you have a sleeveless gown that zips or buttons up the front. And the reason I say gown is because if you want to try and put something over your head like a pullover string top, it's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to move your arms very good. And the reason I think it needs to be long is because to be able to go to the bathroom by yourself, you're not going to be able to wear anything under it because you can't reach around to pull down any pants. So best thing to do would be to wear a long gown. Otherwise, you'll be waking people up in the middle of the night to help you come in and go to the bathroom. Make sure that the person who goes with you, you give them clear directions about what you want them to ask the surgeon when he comes out to give updates. It was my husband that went with me, and when we were done that night, I asked him what the surgeon say. He couldn't tell me anything. The only thing he remembered was something about 1.5 pounds. And I was like, off of each arm or off of, that's what it was totaled up. And he didn't know. I asked him how long I was in there, what time I went in and what time I went out. He didn't know any of that. So make sure that you give your person who goes with you clear directions of what you are going to want to know later that day. If you notice how I have my pillows up here, that's one of the directions you're probably going to get, is to keep your arms up at shoulder level as much as possible to help keep the swelling down. So I sit like this most of the time with my ice pack under my arm. And when I go in the car, like when you go to the hospital the first time for your surgery, take at least 2 pillows or something like this with you so you can lay your hands on them when you drive, because if you don't and you have your hands down, then your hands are really going to swell. Today I left one of my hands down in the side of the chair for a while, and it swelled up real big right here until I put it back up. And I think that's it. To sum up my first day after surgery, I feel good. See ya.